My name is Jeannie Morris, and my business analytics team has been researching Dick's Sporting Goods. Today, I will be presenting the information we found in regards to use case 2. We were asked to identify our organization's business initiatives, and they were broken up into 4 different categories. Leveling the playing field involves creating an inclusive and diverse workplace for teammates to thrive. Clearing hurdles works to break down the barriers to ensure that all communities have a chance to play and learn. Raising the bar provides athletes with innovative, responsible products, and protecting our home court is in place as a means of mitigating our environmental footprint as stewards of the planet. Upon analyzing these 4 business initiatives, we decided to go with the first one, which is creating an inclusive and diverse workplace where teammates can thrive. We thought this was important as it shows changes in the company's culture and work environment. As a means of achieving this business initiative, there are 4 goals in place. The first goal is to maintain a median gender pay ratio of 100%. The second goal is for our technology department to hire and maintain 50% Black, Indigenous, and people of color and/or women for entry-level hires by the year 2025. Our third goal is to increase the Black, Indigenous, people of color representation in our leadership roles by 30% by the year 2025. As a means of achieving this goal, we have been increasing diversity representation on the board of directors, and we've been launching new recruiting procedures to drive a more diverse workplace which focuses on leadership positions. And lastly, we have been working to increase the overall representation of women in store leadership by 40% by the year 2025. We were then asked to identify the different business entities that will help us to achieve our business initiative. The first business entity that we found was Human Resources, which is broken up into 4 different sectors. These include the planning sector, the recruiting sector, the learning and development sector, and the industrial relations sector. The planning sector of Human Resources will be responsible for developing different strategies that ensure the business initiative is met. It will also be providing employees with a healthy and inclusive workplace environment. Additionally, it should be noted that all of the other human resource sectors do tie into this, and it'll be used to provide benefits to employees that honor diversity, equity, and inclusion. The recruitment sector of Human Resources will focus on Dick's Sporting Goods hiring and development strategies. They will be working to provide training for Dick's employees on diversity, equity, and inclusion that are involved in the hiring process. Additionally, they will be working to attract and maintain an employee base that represents Black, Indigenous, people of color, and women. The learning and development sector of Human Resources will focus on Dick's Sporting Goods employee education strategies. It'll be working to provide resource group settings for discussion of issues that will provide employees a place of belonging, and it will provide leadership training and mentoring opportunities. This is important for individuals who see a career with Dick's Sporting Goods. Next, there's the industrial relations sector of Human Resources. This sector will focus on Dick's Sporting Goods' power of business strategies, and will be working to sell and promote brands and products from Black, Indigenous, people of color, and women-led companies. The second business entity that we found was the data analytics team, and they will be working to provide insight on analysis strategies based on the data provided. Furthermore, they will be accompanied by the health and safety sector of Human Resources to ensure that employees feel safe within the workplace. Lastly would be our policy advocate entity, and this entity will be focusing on Dick's Sporting Goods civic action strategies, which we'll be going over later. When discussing education, there are some key decisions that need to be made. Some of these decisions include how we will go about providing teammates training and experience, how we will teach and train our communities, what we can do to train new employees and thoroughly train the people that will we will be recruiting and hiring individuals into our company. There are also decisions that have to be made about how we will go about hiring and development. These decisions will include things like how we will go about broadening the leadership representation, what we can do to increase the candidate pool, what strategies can be used to develop talent within our candidates, what strategies need to be in place to ensure we comply with the zero tolerance and inclusion strategies, and what can be done to expand campus efforts. So these decisions involve the power of our business, and they include things such as what we will do to provide inclusion through our national brand products along with our vertical brand product development, how we can provide field to our I&D partners, how to promote supplier diversity, and what strategies should be put in place and who we should work alongside to develop a minority bank investment initiative. Next, we have the decisions that need to be made about our civic actions. These primarily include strategies that need to be in place as a means of advocating for policy, how we can go about organizing our voice, and what we can do to mobilize our team. Lastly, we have our insights and analysis decisions. This involves what we can do to aggregate and analyze the data, along with what strategies and policies need to be put in place to promote teammate health and safety. An example of this might be putting policies in place to ensure that teammates have been vaccinated so that our team remains healthy. Following the discussion of our key decisions, we were asked to group these decisions into common use cases. The first group of decisions would fall under education and can be used on a regular basis by creating modules and different training and educational videos that employees can use to enhance their knowledge about the organization. Additionally, human resources should be making decisions on how they can teach their employees along with the community on the importance of inclusion. The next group is hiring and development. And there's various different decisions that can fall under this group. These might include holding daily team meetings to help bond and include everyone on a daily basis. This will really help with giving teammates a sense of belonging. There's also decisions to be made about how we can create a big candidate pool and have inclusion when selecting certain employees for open positions. When you receive a resume, you don't know what color that person might be, so it's very important to be open to anybody that puts in an application. Lastly, training employees on development and leadership skills, and like we talked about in the education group, there are various ways to do this, whether that mean videos, hands-on training, etc. Next, we have the power of our business, and some decisions that might fall under this group are relaying our operations on inclusion to similar businesses and communities, and how we might go about doing that and who to work with. Then other decision would be advocating for other companies to have inclusion during their hiring and promotion process, and again, how can we do that? Who to reach out to, etc. The next group is our civic action, and things that we could do under this group might be creating meetings around creating a similar voice to make sure everyone is on the same page. So communication is a big thing under this group. Also promoting taking our organizational structure and practices outside of the workplace. So this plays a big part in ensuring that employees are not only following our policies within the doors of Dick's Sporting Goods, but also taking those skills that they're learning outside into the community. You do not want an employee that's going out and dishonoring the things that we care about. Next, there's the insights and analysis group, and some decisions that may fall under this group are creating data to have an overview of our no tolerance, as this will help us view any type of violation even on a daily basis. Next, we have to have open doors in relation to helping with our employees' health and safety. So some things that may fall into this is what sort of health insurance policies might we include for full-time employees? Will we give incentives for employees who do choose to get vaccinations? I know that Harris Teeter was giving $100 to any employee who did get the COVID vaccine, so if they were to do something like this. And there's multiple different other things that could be done. This concludes this presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I hope you enjoyed it.